maybe you gotta go number 2. And it's like, I gotta get home, slam that bitch, let's roll. With frankin pedal, you can make that happen. What is up, everybody? We are back again for another quick episode of DTV. On the last episode, I went to the junkyard and I got the throttle pedal and all that stuff. Well, today is Sunday, so I'm just kind of trying to take it easy, but it's a nice day and I don't want to sit inside and waste my time because I have to get this thing to LS Fest. That's what I'm doing with the Mailboom, and that's why we're going through all this trouble, not just to do burnouts, to specifically do burnouts with it in Vegas. So, I'm going to work on the gas pedal today. Should be short and sweet, but I will just show some of the things I go through, how we get it mounted up. So this is about to become frankin pedal 2.0 because these weird bends and things aren't going to fly. So we'll probably cut this thing to a couple pieces, figure out how to get it mounted, and then figure out the angles and stuff we need. So. Alright, so I have all my crap here that I need. I got frankin pedal number 1. This is going to be frankin pedal number 2. And this has a little rubber pad on it, so we're just going to take that off. Got a sweet little bend here that I'm going to have to take out. Take this off. That's my safe space for it. So I think what I'm going to do is where this little kink is down here, I'll just cut it off because that's straight, and then probably cut the pedal off of this weird ass part, and then come back and bend and weld and do whatever I need to do to make a pedal out of it. So let's get to cutting and messing things up, shall we? Safety first. Here we go. Wasting expensive blades on useless parts. I mean, that's kind of my MO, right? So now I got a flat pedal mount, and then I got this janky piece cut off, and then I'm going to cut this little pedal piece off so that way it gives me more options for mounting and all that fun stuff. We'll be goddamn heroes today. So again, where the cutting is, a little sketchy to hold it by hand, so I'll get something to hold this down and then cut it because I don't feel like losing digits, at least not today. Look at that, that wasn't even movie magic. That was called forethought, foreshadowing, foreskinning. Or something. Do it 4 more times, Dane. See? Clamp it 4 times. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, that doesn't reach. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm pretty much out of the shot, but I don't care. So now we're left with this dude, which I'll probably have to scatter stuff off of or find some sort of material back there to make my fantasy pedal come to life. Mount this in, make sure the cable, all that works. I actually have to cut this little guy off and figure that portion out too. That's where the cable's gonna pull from. Get it mounted, get the cable situated, and then that'll tell me where I need to put the angle pedal, distance from the floor, all that fun stuff. So, alright, so here we go. I've got my little gas pedal that I've kind of, I don't know if you can see, it's got the shape back a little bit to match whatever the little rubber part had. And then I got this dude where I just cut it off, cleaned it up a little bit. So now I'm going to get in the car, mount this to where it goes, and then figure out the angle of this, because depending on the angle of the firewall this is at, see how this is flat? This will probably have to come up a little bit so I can have some pedal movement. And then we'll figure out how to mount this dude on there, and then we'll look like a little gas pedal. We'll be hurting feelings. The Suzuki will come back to life. Do something, would you? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I want to show you guys. So I got this dude in here. Obviously it's not 100% tightened down, but you can see I've got my hole drilled over here. I had to move it over because of the way this was set up. And then now, if this sits flush, I have to figure out the cable pull portion of it. And then the other thing, you know, I got to looking at this and then articulating it because this thing needs to come out more. Well, I noticed they just welded it right here. So this weld captures this piece, which is a spring-loaded portion where the arm pulls. So I think if I just clean these welds off, I can just re-clock this pedal where I want it, and then weld it up again, and then figure out where my foot's gonna go. So, all right, so this is the pedal. It is out, and then I don't know if you can see it, but it's welded right here. And I'm pretty sure if I take this off, this weld off, grind it down, this will just be round. This is round, and then I can take and tilt this pedal up, give it like a 45-degree angle. And then everything should function the way it functions, bolt on, but it'll give me the throw I need. So when I hit it, the party happens. So we're gonna try that. I'm down to 1 grinder because I've smoked all the other cheap Harbor Freight grinders I use. I usually have multiples on hand so I can keep one as a cutoff wheel and one as a flap disc. But they've died along the way and I haven't been doing a terrible amount of fab work. So there's really no reason to have a whole army of these things sitting there if I ain't using them. So we're in the slow lane today. Stick with me. Well, that was boring. Let's see if we can get the brake loose. Alright, so check us out. This is what I did. I just ground the shit out of it, or the S out of it. Oh, ooh, so basically it'll sit in there like this. Ruining my shot. So basically it'll sit there like this. And then it used to be, you know, almost vertical, perpendicular, I guess. And then now I can just mount this in the car, give it a little nudge like so. And then now when I lock this up with a weld, it'll give me the throw that I need when I push the pedal. So that's what we're trying to do. That's where we're at. All right, so we've got this dude. It's still hot, so you can see how it mounts up, how it's clocked a little bit better like that. And then I got this little guy up here. I just tacked it in, and it has a set screw, so when the cable comes through, you just tighten the set screw. So when you hit this, it pulls it. And hopefully the magic happens, or welds break, and then we don't go anywhere, and then I'm back to the drawing board. But yeah, it seems like a lot of work kind of for a Suzuki X90 pedal, but if it's all done well, it should just live there forever. So, so we'll find out. The monster's awake. Talking to the camera. Alright, so I just did a test fit on this. We got two issues. The first issue is I don't have enough pedal throw. This still needs to come up even further. And then the other issue, number two, is see how the arm comes out and goes down here? Well, I need the arm to come out and go down and then jog back this way, because this is putting my gas pedal too close to the brake pedal. Well, that's where this janky weird bend thing comes into play. I can actually take this and attach it to the bottom here. I had a plan. Yeah, there we go. So if I attach it like that, reclock it, and then I should be able to put the flat part of the pedal there, and it'll actually look pretty decent, like it was supposed to be there, and you know, live there. That's what we're gonna shoot for. So trial and error, people. That's what we do. All right, so now that I'm happy with where the throw is and how I moved it over closer to the brake pedal, I'm actually gonna put in, this is a bicycle cable. It's an Odyssey slick cable, and then if you open it up and you look at it, and everything goes flying on you, I'm gonna clip this, pull it out of the sheath, because I already have the sheath that's in the car. So essentially I paid $8 for just the inside because they wouldn't sell me the other portion of it, but I don't care, because as long as it does what we need to do, I'm good. So I'm gonna clip this, thread it through. I'll give you guys a look at where we're at. I'll check the throw, make sure we're getting full throttle, because you can't have fun unless you get full throttle. So if we can, weld it up, bolt it down. Oh, I gotta put the little pad on. So put a little pad on the loud pedal portion, and then we are good to go. I'm done. Success. Frankin pedal number 2. A lot better, although when I welded it up, there's I don't know if you can see it, but in here there's a little plastic bushing piece that kind of got melted a little bit, but it still seems sturdy. It's good enough, way better than what we had, and it's still, the action on it's a lot smoother. When you're sitting in the car and you're trying to give it just a little bit of gas to creep up for the bulbs at racing, the parking lot, or whatever you want to do, and you just got to give it a little bit of gas, that is what I was after. A lot more control on the pedal, considering we're going to actually have a lot more horsepower in this thing, and I'm trying to make it less janky so it's not dangerous, or as dangerous, I should say. So here's what we have. This is Frankin pedal number 2. I cut down the pedal, I put the zigzag in it. You can see where I welded them together here, and then this is the angle I ended up needing, because I actually had to do it twice, actually 3 times. I mean, let's not lie, let's just be real here. I put it in the first time and it didn't work, so then I did it again. I thought I had it, but it had too much angle on it. So the right way, the easiest way to do it, you get somebody to help you, you have them hold it full throttle, you have everything attached here, you take this bitch, you slam it to the floor, that gives you your measurement, you mark it. You want this bad boy to hit the floor. If it's above the floor, when you're stomping on that thing and getting all crazy, that little cable ain't gonna hold up. I mean, you're gonna break things and it's gonna be dumb. So when you want to stomp it, you want this to actually go through the floor of the car. Actually not through, unless you're really trying to go fast, then it goes through. But you want it to hit the floor of the car, and that's where you're bottoming out. You got wide open throttle, you're doing smoky burnouts, At that point, hopefully you're a hero or you're running from the law. Who knows what you're doing. Things are happening. Maybe you're merging onto a freeway. Maybe you get an ice cream for the kid and you just figured, let's do this. Maybe there's a sale. Maybe you gotta go number 2 and it's like, I gotta get home, slam that bitch, let's roll. With frankin pedal, you can make that happen. I mean, it looks race inspired. I mean, it probably would have been fine. I probably could have just opened this up and put bushings in it, but that's not fun. Frankin pedal is fun. I'm gonna squirt some paint on this, put it back in the car, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Oh!
Click the chicken!